Good morning, I'm Yancy, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making biscuit breadsticks. What? I know, that sounds strange. But you remember a couple of weeks ago we used our biscuit dough to make focaccia. So one day I was making biscuit dough and I just thought to myself, what else can I do with this? I know, breadsticks. So here we go. We're going to make breadsticks, and let's see how it turns out. I've made these before. Don't worry, they turn out. But let's go through this together. We're going to make everything breadsticks. I'm making a watermelon feta salad for dinner tonight, and I just thought I woke up this morning and thought, what would be really good with that? Warm breadsticks. So just like when we made the focaccia a couple of weeks ago, I've already gotten started on the dough just to speed things up here. This is 2 cups of self-rising flour. I had grated an entire stick of salted butter with my cheese grater into the flour. And now I'm just going to mix that up with my hands and make a well like we do. I decided to use a clear bowl this morning thinking you'd be able to see me better. I hope that is true. We have 3/4 of a cup of cold buttermilk. I'm going to pour into the well. Make certain we get every yummy little drop. Because buttermilk adds that delicious tanginess that I do love. And then I'm going to start mixing it by just kind of spooning the flour toward the center over and over and over again until that buttermilk gets incorporated. And you'll know when you get, after you've done this a few times, you will absolutely know when your dough is the right consistency. Because what you don't want is just a bunch of raw flour in the bottom of your bowl, because when you dip it over onto your board, that will be unnecessary. And you'll just have to knead it in anyway. Okay, so this seems about right now. So, wash this off a little bit. And as always, I'm going to take a little flour my board, because we don't want this to stick. So, I'll start there. Move some of my tools over to the side. And I'm going to dump over the dough. And there is some flour in the bottom, since there always is. Put this in the right sink. Make certain we get every little bit. And let's knead a little bit. And just like when we made focaccia, I don't really want these breadsticks to be biscuit flaky. I want them to be a little more dense. But in case you're thinking that these are going to be the Italian type breadsticks that are thin and have a crunch to them, almost with a pretzel-like crunch, these are not, that's not these breadsticks. These, because they're made with a flour that has leavening, they're gonna always be, no matter what you do, you're gonna end up with kind of a soft, bready texture as opposed to a crunchy texture. Okay, so let me add a little more flour to my board here, because we're going to take my handy dandy rolling pin, and I think I mentioned this before. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a glass. I have actually done that, or even your hands. So roll these fairly thin, just like we made the focaccia, but I want them to maintain a rectangular shape. So I'm going to see what I can do to keep that shape. You can use your bench scraper for this, but I forgot to get mine this morning, so I'm going to use my hands. A little more. You know, when you roll out dough, it's best to start from the center and roll out. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. That keeps you from getting bubbles in your dough, and I think it helps keep everything even. Okay, so that looks good. Let me square it up again, or rectangular up again. Okay, now what I want to accomplish here is I want to make, like I mentioned, I'm making a salad for dinner. I'm making a fruit and cheese salad. So I want these to be a little spicy. I want them to have a lot of flavor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to begin by brushing this dough with olive oil. This is just extra virgin olive oil. Y'all may have noticed I use a lot of olive oil in my cooking. I love the taste. It has nutritional value, and I generally prefer it to butter. I cook with it a lot. Okay, now I have made my own everything mix here, a mix of spices. You know, you can actually buy an everything mix now from Trader Joe's. I understand. I'm sure you can buy it online on Amazon, but why not make your own? That way you can make certain it's exactly what you want it to be. So this is a mixture of salt and pepper, rosemary, poppy seeds, celery seed, sesame seed, and onion powder. But you can't go wrong. So what I'm going to do is sprinkle this down here, as thick or thin as you like, and try and get it all the way to the edges. You know, you could take these breadsticks a lot of different ways. We can do the spicy like we're doing now. You could also do a sweet version if you wanted. This could be cinnamon and sugar, or you could use marmalade. You could even make a tangy cream cheese frosting. You could also, back to savory, you could also grate some cheddar cheese on top of this, or some parm. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lightly greased baking sheet and a handy dandy pizza cutter. Now, I've got two options here. I can make it really long, or I can go short. And I think today I'm going to go short. I'm going to go shorter. So I'm going to cut these. And here's what I'm going to do. Half of them I'm going to take and I'm going to twist like this. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see how those turn out. We're going to twist. I'm going to lay them on here, which is kind of fun to twist. And you can see I'm cutting them at about, this is the width. It's about an inch, I'd say, about an inch wide. Roll, 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 roll. And it's important to keep these as consistent as possible. You don't want thicker parts and thinner parts. My cat again. She is such a mess. Oh, Dickens. She's trying to knock over my flour. She's my little sous chef. And when she walks across the counter, I promise you, I do clean it. So, twist, 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 twist. Nope, and if they break, you just pinch them back together again. And then I'm going to do some others. I think I'm going to keep some others just flat, because I'd like to see what happens. I've not done them that way before, and I just want to see how they turn out and which we like better. So I'll just keep going here off camera, but you can see I've got some that are just plain and some that are twisted. And I might give my twisted ones another little dip of the olive oil, because I've exposed some dough that hasn't been oiled. So now, like I said, this is a biscuit dough, so these are going to rise and get puffy. It's not going to look like this when they come out of the oven. I'm going to put them in a 400-degree oven. I'm predicting they're going to have to cook for 10 minutes, but I'll let you know when we're done. And I'm going to check them at 8 just to be sure. But I predict 10, and I'll see you again in a few minutes. Okay, we're back, and I couldn't be more pleased. They cooked for exactly 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Look at this gorgeous breadstick. It is crispy. It looks crispy all the way around. It's got a gorgeous color. I'm going to break it in half. Let's see what. Oh, look at that. These are going to be perfect with my watermelon feta salad tonight for dinner. All in all, I think I prefer the ones that I didn't twist to the ones that I did. But they're all beautiful and they're all going to be delicious. Can you believe what can be done with a simple biscuit dough recipe? For those of you in the back, let me go over it one more time. 2 cups self-rising flour, 1 stick of salted butter, 3/4 cup of buttermilk. It's amazing. So far we've made focaccia and these wonderful breadsticks. We made some biscuits. What should we do next? Let me know what you think. I am so happy that you decided to stop by today, and I will see you next time. Bye.